Actually, Virtual, I don't know if you're planning to continue watching the stream, but we found a bug on that map with the backwards gear. That is like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in Trackmania. I'm gonna show that later, guys. Like, it is legit so weird and makes zero sense. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Virtual gets the bonus. I'm gonna show it to you right now. Okay, so Massa and me played the part maps today of the Germany map, because it's the first map that is gonna be played in the Elite Cup. And we found, like, maybe you guys remember actually. Let me open the thing real quick. That in my discovery, I was struggling quite hard with that section, with the last turnaround to be exact, because I always had it looking like this. Here, look, I drove, and then I wanted to turn around. I just held brake and left, and I couldn't turn around. Look, brake and left, and my car always stopped spinning, basically. So yeah, very basic inputs. Brake right, brake left, doesn't matter. My car always had like this weird limbo skier. Like, it never turned in any direction. It spinned, and then it spinned back, basically. So, and I was just like, yeah, maybe I have wrong inputs. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out when I learn it. So, now, let's go on to our part map, actually. Because on our part map, on that map, I can open it real quick. Let's play this part map, actually. On our part map, the fun thing is that I did the exact same today when we learned, right? I did the exact same. So, part map, now start... Oh, oops. It starts the exact same. We go here, and then we just land, we drive backwards. So, this is kind of how you drive it. And the thing is, if I do the same here, you know, I go brake and right, I never have the bad spin. Like, I can wait with the steer, it doesn't matter. I go brake left, I always spin. Doesn't matter when I do it, doesn't matter how I do it, I always get the correct here. Like, pay attention to my inputs, guys, pay attention to my inputs. You know, I never have the weird thing that you saw in the video. It always works. It always works. So I thought when I had this on the part map and I saw it works every single time, I was like, yeah, okay, maybe on the full map I did some weird inputs. I don't know. So, but now, let's do a different thing. Like, you guys have the input in mind, right? We go to the full map, and now I quickly have to drive to the end. I quickly have to drive to the end, so you have to be patient for 1 minute. So. I just keep the inputs in mind, guys. Keep the inputs in mind that I did, nah? I just held brake and I held left and my car always spinned on the part map, right? So just keep that in mind. Now I just have to drive there real quick, guys. Give me 1 minute. Already forgot. Yeah, it was just brake and left and my car always spin. No problem. Everything fine. So. On the way, on the way, on the way. Let me do some bad lines here so that I'm not leaking anything. So. Then we go here. We go here. So. I sadly have to play the full map. I will explain it in a second. So, then we go here. Now we keep grip. All normal, all normal. Zack, zack. So, and now we're at the same part. I land here. I will drive backwards. Germany flag. And now keep in mind the inputs that I was doing. So I'm doing brake and right. And you see, my car is doing this. I'm doing the exact same. Zack. I do brake right, or like brake and left. And it doesn't work. So. It doesn't work. I do the exact same inputs if you pay attention. I do the exact same. It doesn't work. Brake and left. I did the exact same at the part map, right? And it happens every single time. Like every single time. And the thing is, like Lars and me believe that the fun thing is, like, it worked on the part map, right? And it also worked on our second half map. Our second half map is starting, I don't know, somewhere over here. And the end always worked there, but it doesn't work on the full map. And the theory that Lars and me have is that it only doesn't work, the end, when we do the first backwards part in the same run. So don't ask me why, but whenever you do this first backwards part, it basically messes up your backwards gear for the entire rest of the run. And that is why the spin is not working the same way. Like, if I play our second part map, for example, our second half map, it always works like this. But whenever I play the full map, I always have this. Every single time. Like, it's legit 100% consistent. It doesn't work. Like, it legit does not work. The only way to get rid of this is by basically waiting a long while. Like, if you wait a long while you are on the ice, then it works. So. But if I insta-steer, which I did on the part map as well, you see it's fine. And now, for example, wait, let me go into our second half map so that you see it's also not about the part map or anything. Germany, second half, so. Let me just go into this one. Second half map starts here, right after the first backwards part, right? Right after the first backwards part. We start here. We drive. And now keep the inputs in mind. I go here, I go here. I jump. So. Exact same. And then when I do the input, and I steer full right at the beginning, no problem. It always works. It works every single time. I will not have the bug a single time. Funny, right? So the first backward section, or I don't know what it is. I mean, it has to be the backward section. What else would it be? This basically breaks the second backward section for whatever reason. It makes no sense. And you can imagine how confused I was when I played the part maps. Because I played the part map, everything worked fine. I went onto the full map, I did the exact same, and nothing was working anymore. And I was like, heh, am I stupid? And then I legit had a call with Lars earlier today, and he basically had to confirm to me that I'm not dumb. But like legit, like I don't have it a single time. It's impossible to get this weird turnaround. But on the actual full map, it's just different. It's crazy. Like, I don't know why. I've never seen this in Trackmania. When I explained this to Mime earlier today, who's in our practice group, he also said this has to be one of the weirdest things ever in Trackmania. But it's, as I said, it's like full 100% consistent. Super weird. So the only way to not have this weird turnaround, or like the only way to have a turnaround at all, is basically to wait until you are on the ice for a very long while, and only then it works. Like if I wait a bit and then I steer, then it works. But on the part map, I was able to insta-steer basically. So yeah, I don't know. So the part maps, it's basically not possible to create a good part map for this end. Because you always need the first thing. It's super weird. Drive the entire map, but drive forwards through the first backwards part. Let me try. Peng, peng, peng. Let's just play campaign. I don't even know how to do the part forwards, but let me try. Also when I did this in practice today, I was like, yeah, all good. Yesterday, during campaign discovery, I was just bad or something. And then I opened full map and I was like, hey. Yeah, the campaign map is, by the way, completely broken, guys. Like, both both backwards parts can be driven forwards and it's faster. And let me just jump really high for speed. And you can also cut this part coming up here. Okay, so this was bad, but we never drove backwards. So, Oppa. Oppa. I mean, maybe it's also something with this water. I don't know. Make a prediction, yeah. Will it work now? I mean, it's gonna be easy to find out now. Because the bugs are, like, I don't know if it's a bug. It's just, like, different behavior of the gear. It was both, like, 100% consistent. So, Achtung, and... Wait, it still doesn't work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, it still does not work. Wait, what is it then? Wait, it's not the backwards part. Okay, now it makes even less sense, to be honest. Huh? Okay, wait, halt, stop. Yeah, you say water. But in the second half map, which starts here, we drive through the water as well, and it still works. It makes no sense. Like, in the second half map, I drive through the water, and it doesn't happen. I touched ice twice. Also, legit, it makes no sense. I don't understand what's happening here. At second half map, I start driving from here and it works. So I thought it's the backward section because it's before, but... Yeah. I mean, I don't have... I can put on the dashboard, but... Oh my god, what is this? Ooh. Wheels. So. I mean, there is nothing. Like, my wheels are just normal. But you cannot spin, it doesn't work. Like, you need to go like this. Try to skip the ice after first turnaround. Okay, wait. I need to play full map again. That's crazy, right? Like, so have you guys ever seen something like this before? That's one part on the map somehow changes the physics for the rest of the run, kinda. Also, I've never seen this before. Like, it's actually wild. I also let Lakadal know about it already, because he built the map. But he was also confused, kinda. So, Oppa. And now we skip this, which is, by the way, an actual cut. Also, this is also faster if you do it on the campaign. Okay, water skip. Ice skip on the map. If it's the icy tires before, that would be even... Also, honestly, no reason would make sense. It might be the ice. I mean, if it's not the backwards, what else should it be, really? It's crazy. They're really gonna be... Okay, that was my fault. I jumped too far. Yeah, that can also happen. But that's a skill issue if that happens, to be honest. I hope it won't happen to me in the League Cup. Okay, but we didn't touch ice for the entire run. No ice has been touched. And... Wow, it's the ice. It's the ice, actually. The fact that I go over the ice here, like the fact that I touch these two ice blocks, make my turnaround here different. Like, that makes no sense. What? I'm not top 5? I mean, fair. I think in order to be top 5, you need to understand what's going on here. Nah, like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't work. If I skip the ice beforehand, I'm in the mud. But if I go over ice, then it works. So the other way around. I am so confused. So it's the ice that... I don't know. I don't have an explanation. We at least know now what the reason is. Going over these two ice blocks make your backwards gear different or something. I mean, it's not really the gear. It's the same gear. Can you drive over the end ice and go back and go again? Yes. But backwards or wait? Let me try to dings it. So Achtung. I'm on ice. Then I turn around at some point and I go peng again. With the icy tires, they go away, of course. I mean, now I have a different backwards gear, though. How do I avoid having this backwards gear? Does this work? Or do I have the correct gear now? I don't know how this works. Oh, this is the same gear. Okay, so Achtung. And... Hello! Now it worked. Wait, huh? What? Eh? I am so confused. What's even happening? Yeah, but now it's like... Huh? Ah, so because I'm respawning. Yeah, because I'm respawning. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because I respawn. Okay, yeah. So, going over ice and going off ice... Mind blown. This is one of the weirdest Trackmania things I have seen in a very long while. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's like you have... Yeah, like it's probably like you have 0.01 icy tires left. But it's... At least the dashboard is not showing it. I don't know if there's a way of showing it. Wheel motion scale. Detailed simple. I have no idea. Show wheel surface? Easy surface? Nah, no clue. I don't think this is anything that can be displayed. But at least we know now how it works. Yeah, it does work when you wait a little bit. So on the real map, you would have to just do the left steer later. That's basically the only difference. So, like if we do it like this kind of, then it works. But if you don't, then you don't. I mean, now it works either way, but yeah. That's kind of the strat to avoid it. But this is also slower then. Like, it would be faster to not do this, basically. Naja, anyway, I hope I didn't promise too much. This is definitely extremely weird. At least we figured out now what's causing it. It's actually the ice. Oh no, what is this?
Gonna go into a huge battle between Spam and Pack as we move.
What?
Back!
Wait,
We
what?
are gonna go into a huge battle between Spam and Pack. As
Yeah.
we are gonna go.
Guys, this is reversing. This is the map that the Germany map is basically based on. And it didn't have the exact same identity, but apparently also had ice.
into a huge battle between Spam and Pack.
And Pack just doesn't spin. Look at him.
Pack! Pack forgot to turn around!
Forgot to turn around, yeah.
Huge battle between Spam and Pack.
I wonder what Pack thought about it in that moment. I mean, they must have also... had that in practice before, right? Lol, Riolu in 15th out of 16th. Skill issue, bro. Damn, these are old names. Scrappy also here. Papu. Kappa. Crazy. They probably realized late turn equals actually turn.
Go into a huge battle between Spam and Pack.
But I'm 100% sure they didn't really understand what's causing that. Very interesting. It's literally the exact
go
same.
Into a huge battle between
Crazy.
Spam and Pack as we move.
It's so funny how it looks like. Like, you have to turn around there in order to drive the map, because it's like the multi-lap, right? And you just have to drive like forwards afterwards, because it's backwards is slow. And it really looks like Pack is just like, yeah, fuck this. He's just going full backwards. Yeah. So it seems like that was exactly an issue on the old version as well.